Whether you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, gain muscle mass, or even burn body fat, we have all came to this place where we feel like everything we're doing isn't working. You had those moments where you feel like you're counting your macros, counting your calories, drinking your water, eating your meal preps, and working out, strength training. And it's easy to start wondering if any of it is even working. But I'm here to tell you that in that stage where nothing seems to be happening, that's actually where everything starts changing. And that, my friend, is the compounding phase. You just can't see it yet. Back in 2022, I challenged myself to run a mile every day for a month straight. And honestly, at that time, I actually hated running. So my logic was, let me get this over with. The faster I could complete this run, the better. So of course, in a sprint-like fashion, I will burn out in the first few minutes. I don't even think I would last a minute, maybe like 30 seconds. I'm burnt out in like 30 seconds. Then I'll have to stop, catch my breath, and then let my body catch up, and then I'll start running again. And I'm not going to lie, I did not like running. I just wanted to challenge myself just because, I don't know, I wanted to try out running, but I didn't like running. And what I realized is that no, what I really didn't like was sprinting. It was miserable. I didn't like the way my body felt after I was sprinting. I felt like I just could barely breathe. So then I slowed down. I focused on my pacing instead of speed. And the gag is, I actually finished that mile faster because I didn't need to stop. Versus when I was sprinting, I had to keep taking breaks. And that moment stuck with me. Sometimes moving slower get you there faster. And I'm applying this same exact method to my finances currently. And this lesson applies to everything, especially weight loss. When we sprint, crash diet, intense workouts, all or nothing habits, what happens is we burn out and restart. And I don't know about you, but in the past, I was tired of restarting. Exactly how I feel right now when it comes to finances. And when we pace ourselves, we keep momentum. It's not about going hard, it's about staying in motion. When I first started my journey, I saw nothing for weeks. But usually when you start a new journey, it takes time to see your results. No big changes in the mirror, no scale drops. The sun just came out of nowhere. But my body was adjusting. My hormones was balanced, my metabolism was repairing, my stress was lowering. The inside had to heal before the outside could change. And then one day it started to click. Everything started reflecting. So I recall, I just thought about this more so recently, is we all have this weight number, this number on the scale that a lot of us haven't seen in a long time. I don't know how old you are, but a lot of us remember or have an idea of when we were at our prime weight, and we have an idea of what number that is and what that looks like on the scale, right? So for me, mine was 170 pounds. I'm actually 175 pounds. For the record, I'm 5'9", so 175 pounds is pretty slim on me. So I remember thinking wow, that was that number that no matter what I did, I couldn't crack the scale for that. I haven't seen less than 175 since I was, I don't know, in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, late teens. And for the first time, with consistency of me focusing on my habits, I cracked not just 170, I got as low as 160 pounds. Now, I haven't seen that weight since high school. When I began to focus on this woman that I wanted to be, it wasn't even necessarily weight loss. That was just a byproduct of the habits that I showed up for on a daily basis, on a consistent basis, not a daily basis. Let me rephrase that, because you don't have to do something every single day to be consistent, to be considered consistent in that category. But once I started to focus on, this was like a New Year's resolution goal. These are the habits that I want to do to become this version of myself, to become this woman. And when I started to show up for those habits, the compound effect was I lost weight in the process. I wanted to decrease my cholesterol. I wanted to decrease my blood pressure. My blood pressure it took a while for my blood pressure to normalize after having my son. I had preeclampsia with my son. And even a year after having him, I still had elevated blood pressure. Somebody who has elevated cholesterol or elevated blood pressure, the things that help with that are eating a low sodium diet. The things that help with that are eliminating processed foods, which most processed foods are high in sodium. Other things that help with that are walking, going on walks, decrease your blood pressure and your cholesterol, strength training, doing some form of resistance training. These were things that I had on my list. And then also being really, really intentional about eliminating and decreasing my stress and getting much better sleep, because I was on night shift at the time. So these were the things that I'm I'm gonna feel better once I can consistently do these things. And do you feel the results of it right away? No, I did not feel the results of it right away. It happened over time. But I'm saying that to drive this home, and I know I'll talk about this in pretty much every single video. I'm trying to really get you to understand that it's really small habits that makes a huge difference in your life over time. And I'm telling myself this currently when it comes to how I want my finances to look. So comparing your weight loss journey to finances, it's like saving money. At first, you're depositing little by little, but it looks the same and it's stacking underneath. And then suddenly the interest shows. Every meal, every walk, every I showed up anyway. That's compounding interest for your health. Patience isn't just waiting. It's trusting that the invisible work counts. And I'm here to tell you, the people who change their lives aren't the ones who go the hardest. They're the ones who stay when it's boring. Me. That's me. It's doing the same thing over and over again. All of my days pretty much look the same. Y'all think I'm, oh yeah, hey, we kicking it over here. No, baby, it's boring. Don't quit in the middle, because that is where the magic starts to form. If you're feeling lost or trying to restart, just start simple. The easiest way to build awareness is to track what's really happening. And in this process, you are tracking everything. So if you're someone who has the goal of wanting to lose fat, you're tracking how many steps you have currently. You're tracking how many calories you eat. How many times are you eating out a week? How many times are you eating processed foods? How many times are you making a decision of drinking pop instead of drinking water? How much water are you drinking? And when you write these things out and see it on paper, it's much easier to be aware of exactly what you're doing because you're tracking in real time, and to actually make the changes. And that's small changes, one at a time, because I believe in sustainability. I don't believe in being very extreme, because I've done that in the past, and every time I've done it, I could never sustain it. So if you eat fast food 5 days a week, okay, cut off one day, do it 4 days a week. If you're someone who likes to eat candy, maybe pick one designated day out of the week where you're not eating candy. The whole point is just to become aware and then to slowly cut these things out. You can swap one takeout meal for one home cooked meal. And if you don't like how many steps you've been getting, add a few hundred steps. Now, nobody's telling you to go from 2,000 steps to 10,000 steps. We telling you to go from 2,000 steps to maybe 2,200 steps. Tiny shifts builds momentum. Because here's the thing that no one tells you. Getting started is the hardest part. But once you build momentum, it gets so much easier. And in the beginning, it's not gonna feel that beautiful. At first, every choice you make feels forced. Every walk, every meal prep, every morning routine, every time you set your alarm clock for 5 a.m., every bedtime routine is going to feel forced. But over time, your habits start running on autopilot. You don't have to think about it anymore. It's just what you do. It's who you are. It's who you're becoming. It's going to become a part of your identity. And that is when you start achieving more in less time, because your energy isn't wasted on restarting over and over and over again. You took the time out and built systems that carry you forward, even on hard days. Discipline becomes momentum, and momentum becomes ease. So rather you're starting or trying again, remember this one thing. You don't need to sprint. You just need to keep your pace. Slow, steady, and consistent. Because the work you're doing right now, it is working for you. Believe that. You just haven't seen the results yet, but you will. It's coming, baby. It's working, even if you can't see it yet. So I want to know, drop a comment down below. Hey, drop a comment down below. Hey. So comment down below, what is one habit that you would like to track over the next 7 days? I am actually challenging myself to continue outdoor walking even in the winter time. We just had snow a few days ago, which I'm okay with. It's been like in the 30s outside. And for the last 2 years, every time it would get cold outside, I would just walk on my walking pad. But this year, I'm challenging myself to walk all year round. I want to be a real walker, and it's been very enjoyable. Walking outside when it's cold outside is very different than when it's warm, because obviously kids are outside when it's warm outside. But I noticed that it's very quiet, and I've been doing no input walks. So I know before I say like, oh, you can like habit stack, which I still habit stack when I go on walks, but I've been doing no input walks where it's just me, silence, nature's, listening to nature and my thoughts. And if you could do me a favor and pause for a second and like this video, this expands the reach of this video and it gets it out there to more people who are like you, who can benefit from my form of content. And share this with Auntie, because Auntie probably need to hear this. I'ma see y'all again soon. Hey, 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 hey.